So in this session, we'll be continuing with our discussion on time and work. So what we have done so far is basically, I've told you an alternate approach, that is basically percentage approach in solving questions related to time and work, right? And we have seen one of the few examples for that. Then we have seen different types of question. In that we have started off with efficiencies are equal questions, right? And we need to discuss the other categories like efficiencies are different, and sometimes you will see within a group efficiency are same but more than two groups exist or more than one group exist. Okay, then you will see some cases where negative work is there. So all these things need to be discussed. So in this session most probably we'll complete everything. Okay, so I hope all of you understood completely about the man days concept. Now see, what do you say? What do you mean by, see, let's suppose I tell you A can complete a work in 10 days. Okay, so now rather than telling you in how many days B complete the work, okay, see, I need to ask you A plus B in how many days complete the work. That's a question which I want to ask you. Okay, but if I need to ask that, I need to tell you B can complete the work in some number of days, like 10 day, 20 day, 30 day, or whatever it is, right? Now without telling you that, how can I ask you this question? See, A can finish a work in 10 days. That's what given. Now I can give you a relation between A and B. Like I can tell you B is 2 times efficient. Okay, B is twice efficient than A. That means B is efficient means B take less time. Twice efficient means half of the time. Okay, so if A take 10 days, half of the time means B take 5 days. So when I say B is twice efficient, number of days will be half. Okay, so if I say B is thrice efficient, the number of days will be 3.33 days. Okay, 3.3 days and 1/3 of the day. Okay, so if I tell you A will complete the work in 10 days, then if I'm telling A is 2 times efficient to B, A is 2 times efficient, that means B will take how many days? 20 days. Here A is efficient, so B will take twice the number of days than A. So that's the relation. Okay, now if this is given, I can find the answer, right? So what I need is, I need one, then I need a relation between this A and B. Okay, so then I can solve the question. Now what the other way in which you can make the question? A can complete the work in 10 days. A is twice efficient to B, so B will take in 20 days. Okay, then I tell you C. Okay, so A is thrice efficient to C. Okay, so that means C will take 30 days. Here who is efficient? A is efficient. Okay, so that's why like this. Now I can give you question, if A, B, C working together, how many days the work is completed. Okay, so if A, B, C working together means A will complete 10% in one day, B will complete 5% in one day. That's what we understood, right? 100 by 10, 100 by 20. Then C will complete 3.33% in one day. So if A, B, C working together, they complete 18.33% in one day. Okay, so in one day 18.33% means how many days they will take to complete the work? 100 by 18.33. Now from your options you can get the answer 5 point something. Okay, because you know 100 by 18 is 5.55. How you know 100 by 18 is 5.55? Because you know 100 by 3 is 33.3. So 100 by 9 will be 1/3 of that. That is 11.11. So 100 by 9, you know 11.11. So 100 by 18 will be half of that, 5.5. So 100 by 18 is 5.5 means 100 by 18.33 will be slightly less. Okay, because denominator is slightly higher, so sum less to 5.55, and it can't be less than 5 because 100 by 20 is 5. Okay, so it is between 5.5 and 5.5 and 5. Okay, so actual answer is around 5.45, but this you will anyway get from the option. You don't want to do the calculation. Now again, this question I can ask in a reverse way. How I can ask you this question in a reverse way? C can complete a work in 30 days. Okay, now I tell you A is 3 times efficient to C. Okay, so A is 3 times efficient to C. Okay, and twice as good as B. Okay, so what is the relation which is given? A is 3 times efficient to C. That means A take 10 days and twice efficient to B. So you can also write about B. B will be 20 days. This relation is given and this relation is given. Okay, so from this relation you got A. So from then by applying this relation you will get B also. So C take 30 days, A take 10 days, B take 20 days. Now you can solve this question. Okay, see, they can ask you in how many days all the three will finish the work, or they can give you questions like A, B started working together. Okay, so A, B started working together means A will complete 10%, okay, B will complete 5%. And let's say for 4 days they work together, okay, 4 days they work together, so 60% is over. Then the story can be anything. Then you may say that A left, okay, A left, and then C joins in. So now if you add, that is 8.33. So 8.33 will be completed in 1 day. So to complete 40%, how many days required? So you can do 40 divided by 8.33, so slightly less than 5. And you can add to the 4. Okay, so this is the way you will make questions in time and work. Okay, so rather than solving question, I am telling you the way in which you can make questions. Now the other way in which you can get this kind of questions is, see, I'll give you a relation. A is twice efficient to B. Okay, so A is twice efficient to B. That means A will do 2 times of the work than B. That's what I mean by A is twice efficient. Now then I tell you A plus B working together, they will complete in 6 days. Earlier this relation was given, and finally I am asking you A plus B in how many days. Here I am giving you A plus B in 6 days. Now what I can ask you is, A can finish in how many days, B can finish in how many days. Okay, if I get A, I know the relation A is twice efficient, so I can get B. Or if I get B, I know the relation, I can get A also. But how will I get this? In the previous case, these two are given and you need to find this. But in this case, the final A plus B together is given, right? So A plus B complete 100% in 6 days. That's the idea, right? A plus B, so A plus B complete 100% in 6 days. So in 1 day, A plus B will complete how much? 100 by 6. Now that is crystal clear, 16.66. How you do this division? 100 by 3, everybody know, 33.33. So 100 by 6 is 16.66, half of 33.33. Now, so A plus B together in 1 day, 16.66. In this, we know the ratio. A is 2 times efficient. That means this ratio is 2:1. Out of 16.66 they have done together, A will do 2 and B will do 1. Okay. Now, if you need to see A how much did in 1 day, you can just do this 16.66 into 2 divided by 3. Why? Because out of 3, A is doing 2. So out of 16.66, okay, how much A did? 16.66 into 2 by 3. So this you will get 33.33 by 3, you will get 11.11. Now this is what A done in 1 day, 11.11. Okay. Now B, see, this is 2:1. So B will do half of it, 5.55. Or you can subtract from 16.66. 16.66 minus 5.55. Or minus 11.11, you'll get 5.55. Or you can do this also, 16.66 into 1 by 3. Still you get this. So what you understood is, A will do 11.11 in 1 day, B will do 5.55 in 1 day. That's it. Okay. Now, if A alone is working, how many days it will take? So that is 100 by 11.11. That many days A will take. And that is crystal clear. That is 9 days, right? Because 9 into 11.11, you will get 99.99. That is 100. So, how many days B will take? If A is 9, B will be 18. Because we know the relation, A is twice efficient to B. So, if B taking 18 days, A will take 9. Or A take 9 days, B will take 18. So, how we did this? I hope you understood. Rather than giving you A will take this many days and B will take this many days and asking you A plus B in how many days, I am giving you A plus B in 6 days. So A plus B in 6 days and the relation between A and B is given. Okay. So A plus B in 6 days means in 1 day 16.66. Ratio is 2:1. So from this I can understand how much A done in 1 day, how much B do in 1 day. Then I can calculate A will take how many days and B will take how many days. This is the other pattern. So I hope you might have understood the categories of efficiencies are equal. Now let's look at one more extension to it. See, efficiency is equal, okay, within a group, but more than one group exists. That's another pattern. See, it's like 2 boys and 7 men can finish a work in this many days. 3 boys and 8 men can finish in this many days. then 5 boys and 8 men can finish in how many days? This kind of question. Or girls and boys, or men and women, or cow and calf. Like this, you will get questions. Okay. So the point is, when I say 2 boys, the efficiency of both boys are equal. That means within the group efficiency is equal. Then when I say 7 men, efficiency of men within the group is equal. But between them it is different, men and boys. Otherwise we could have clubbed together. I hope this is clear. So let's take one example so that you'll understand. See, one example, 2 men and 7 boys can finish a work in 14 days. Okay. 2 men and 7 boys can finish a work in 14 days. Okay, next case is 3 men and 8 boys can finish the same work in 11 days. So the same work in 14 days and 11 days, but the difference is group is changing, right? That's why this is decreasing. Now, I give you a question. What is the question? 8 men and 6 boys can finish the work in how many days? This is the question. Okay. So this 2 information is given. See, this kind of question I'll classify as round 2 questions. Okay, because you need to spend some time in solving this question. So it's definitely not your round 1 question. It's a round 2 question. Now in round 2, how will you solve it? See, one thing that you must do is you have to find out the relation between boys and men. Okay, or men and women, or girls and boys, whoever is involved in the group. You have to find out the relation between them. So how to find the relation? Basically you need to equate the work done in 1 day. Okay, so if you take this first case, 2 men and 7 boys can finish the work in 14 days. What does this mean? 2 men have to work for 14 days and 7 boys can or have to work for 14 days, then only the work is completed. Okay, so if you remember the concept of man days that we have discussed, basically what is that? Man into days. So if you calculate like that here, see, 2 men 14 days. So if you need to complete the work in 1 day, okay, so if you need to complete the work in 1 day, 2 into 14, okay, that is 28 men have to work, plus 7 into 14, that is 98 boys have to work together. Then you can complete the work in 1 day. Here we apply the concept of man days, right? See, what is the concept of man days? If you look for the previous question, 10 men can finish in 30 days. 12 men can finish in how many days? Right? That's the question. So, or like this, 12 men can finish in 30 days. We know this. So how many man days are required? 300 man days. Now this man days you can understand in 2 ways. One is, if one person is there, it will take 300 days to complete the work. One understanding. The second is, if you need to complete the work in 1 day, you need 300%. So here we are applying the second one. You need to complete it in 1 day. So what we need to do is multiply with 14 and multiply with 14. So you can get 28 men and 98 boys are required to complete the work in 1 day. As per the first information. Let's look at the second information. So here, in this case, if you need to complete the work in 1 day, 33 men and 88 boys are required to complete the work in 1 day. Now if you see, the right hand sides are equal. In both cases you are completing the work in 1 day. That means I can equate both, right? So I can equate 28 men plus 98 boy equal to 33 men plus 88 boy. Now when you solve this, you will get 5 men is equal to 10 boy, or 1 man is equal to 2 boy. Now this is what I told you in the beginning. You need to find out the relationship between the men and boys. Okay, so 1 man means 2 boys. Now what you need to do is take any one from the question. Okay, any of these 2. So let me take the second one. That is 3 men plus 8 boys can complete the work in 11 days, right? 3 men and 8 boys complete the work in 11 days. Now what you need to do is convert this into group of either only men or only boys. Okay, we know the relation, so it is easy to convert this group. Okay, so you can replace men with boys. So when you replace, instead of 3 men you can write 6 boys, or you can replace boys with men. So instead of 8 boys you can write 4 men. Okay, so let me convert these boys into men. So what you'll get is 3 men plus 8 boys means 4 men is equal to 11 days, or 7 men can finish the work in 11 days. That's what I understood. 7 men can finish the work in 11 days. Now take up the question. What is the question? 8 men and 6 boys. So 8 men plus 6 boys in how many days is the question, right? So 8 men convert boys into men. That's what we have done, right? 6 boys means 3 men in how many day? So basically 11 men can finish in how many day? Now the question is reduced like this. We know 7 men can finish in 11 day. 11 men can finish in how many day? That's the question, right? See, 7 men can finish in 11 day. 11 men can finish in how many day? Now you can do a cross multiplication T1, T2, M2 and M1, one method, or you can calculate the man days. So if you multiply 7 into 11, 77 divided by 11, that means 7. So 7 days it will take. Or we know 7 men in 11, 11 men in 7. Easy. Or the product constancy rule, right? See, 7 to 11 there is an increase. What is the increase? 4 is the increase on top of 7. Okay. So there will be a decrease here. What will be that decrease? 4 by 4 plus 7. Okay. That means 4 by 11. So 4 by 11 decrease will be there. So what is 4 by 11 of 11? That is 4. We can write it as 4. Now here it is complex. This one is complex because if you remember, 1 by x increase will lead to 1 by x plus 1. That is easy for you. But here instead of 1 it is 4 by. Then it is difficult, right? Not difficult if you know this. If it is 2 by x increase, 2 by x plus 2 decrease. If 3 by x increase, 3 by x plus 3 decrease. But here it was 4 by x increase will lead to 4 by x plus 4 decrease. Now here this is what happened. So 4 by x plus 4 means 4 by 7 plus 4, 4 by 11. Now 4 by 11 of 11 means 4. So subtract that. You get 7 here. So 7 is the answer. So if you ask me what all things you have done, this is your question. Question was 2 men and 7 boys can do in 14 days. Okay. So 2 men and 7 boys in 14 days. 3 men and 8 boys in 11 days. Okay. Then the question is 8 men and 6 boys in how many days? What you need to do here is you need to know the relation between men and boys. For that, you need to equate the work done by both the groups in one day. So take the first group, that is this group, convert this to 1 day, apply the concept of man days, multiply by 14 here and here. So you get 28 men, 98 boys, 1 day. Second, this also you need to convert to 1 day. Okay, so multiply with 11 here and here. So 33 men and 88 boys in 11 days. Okay, so you get this much. Then if you see right hand sides are equal. So when the right hand side is equal, you can equate it. So when you equate it, you can get the relation between men and boys. And you got it as 1 man is equal to 2 boy. Now, what you need to do is take any of this group. You can take any, but I have taken the second one. And then what you need to do, convert that group into group of only men or only boy. Then take the question, do the same conversion. Okay, so then what you can do is you can reduce it to the previous question that we have solved, where efficiencies are equal and there is only one group. Here you can see 7 men in 11 days, 11 men in how many days? The question was reduced to very simple question. But why I told you this is round 2? That is what you need to know. The moment you see this, you should leave it for round 2 because you need to do all this calculation. And it's not worth solving in simple exams. Okay, so CAT it's okay, but for if you're taking SSC or bank or etc., it's not worth solving. You have many other very easy questions. Okay, and that questions will be of this level only. Okay, so it's not worth attempting in your lower level exams. Okay, so otherwise it's your round 2 question. But even in round 2, if you get time, it's a must attempt question because you'll get the answer for sure. Okay, so far we have understood the percentage method. Then we have seen the cases where efficiencies are equal. Then we have seen the cases where efficiencies are equal within a group and more than 2 group exist. Okay. Then we have also seen some cases like twice efficient, thrice efficient, etc. Now we need to see the concept of negative work. Okay. So negative work. What do you mean by this? See, you will get questions like this. Mostly this is coming in questions based on pipes and cistern. Okay. So there are 3 pipes, 2 inlet pipe and 1 outlet pipe. Or instead of outlet pipe, there will be a leak. So one pipe is filling the tank, like let's say in 10 hours. Okay, so pipe A will fill the tank in 10 hours. Pipe B will fill the tank in 5 hours. Okay, so if both of them open together, how much time it will take to fill the tank. That is one question here. Negative work is not there, but this question is very similar to what we have solved before. Only changes, instead of days it is hours. So what you need to do is in 1 hour how much is done, that's what you need to calculate. So A take 10 hours means in 1 hour 10%. B take 5 hours means in 1 hour 20%. That's what you need to do. Okay, so if both of them working together, how much time it will take? So in 1 hour, if both of them 30%. Okay, so if you need to fill the tank 100 by 30, you get 3.33 hours. 3.33 hours it will take. Okay, now the problem will be, it is not 3 hours 33 minutes, because see, you got 3.33 hours. In your first option you will get 3 hours 33 minutes. Second option 3 hours 20 minutes. Which one is correct? 3 hours 20 minutes is correct. Why? Because 0.33 of an hour means it's 1/3 of an hour. 1/3 of an hour means 1/3 of 60 minutes. Okay, 1/3 of 60 minutes, that is 20. So what is your answer? It's not 3 hours 33 minutes, but in your first option you will see 3 hours 33 minutes and you will mark it. Although this question will not be asked, but this kind of options will confuse you. But in your second option or the last option, 3 hours 20 minutes is the correct answer. I hope you understood this. Okay, now what is the concept of negative work? There will be one more tap or the leak which can empty the tank in, let's say 25 hours or 20 hours. Okay, so pipe C is the leak or outlet pipe which can empty the tank in 20 hours. Empty the tank in 20 hours. So in 1 hour 5%. 1 hour 5% leak is there, right? Or 1 hour that pipe will empty 5% of the tank. Now the question will be, if all the three open together, what will happen, or by what time the pipe or the tank will be filled? Okay, so here what you need to do is, if all the three open together, that means you need to understand like this: A plus B minus C. Why minus C? Because this is negative work, emptying the tank. Okay, so this is what you need to remember. This is what I mean by negative work. A is positive because A is filling. B is positive because B is filling. They are partners, they are filling, but he is doing opposite work. That's negative work. You can get questions like wall, construction of a wall. A and B constructing a wall, but C demolishing the wall. A can construct the wall in 10 days, B can in 5 days, C can demolish in 20 days. So if all the three working together, in how many days the wall is completed? Like that. Okay, so here, if all the three pipes working together, then in how many hours the tank will be filled? A plus B minus C. So A in 1 hour, we know that is 10%. So 10 plus B in 1 hour, 20% will be filled, but C will empty by 5. So in 1 hour net effect is what? 25% is the net effect. That means 25% of the tank is filled in 1 hour if all the three open together. 30 is filled, but 5 is emptied by the leak. Okay, so 25% in 1 hour means in 2 hours 50%, 4 hour 100%, 100% in 4 hours. Okay, so how many hours it will take to fill the tank? 4 hours. I hope this is clear for all of you. So it will take 4 hours, and this is what the concept of negative work.